Son of Bigfoot was made by N-Wave Studios, who made other animated movies like A Turtle's Tale and The Queen's Corgi. It's about a boy named Adam who goes to find his father, who turns out is Bigfoot. They have to protect themselves from an evil corporation that wants to use them for experiments. They then proceed to give Bigfoot every power ever. It opens with Dr. Harrison getting chased by a group of men and dogs, and they're shooting tranq darts at him, so he decides to just jump into this waterfall. Then it skips to 12 years later with Dr. Harrison's son Adam sleeping in detention, and these kids are shooting gum into his hair. I wonder who the unnecessary bullies are gonna be. And it's obvious what they're doing, but yet the teacher doesn't notice. So he goes into the bathroom and tries to get the gum out of his hair, and his feet grow and bust out of his shoes, and now he can hear people from far away. I wonder what his powers are gonna be, but he's gonna get a whole lot more later. Then these two follow him to the gym, do bully stuff, and throw his backpack into the basketball hoop just so they can get in trouble later. And his mom cuts the gum out of his hair, so he has short hair now. I'm sure that'll last the rest of the movie. Oh well, never mind. But he freaks out that his hair grew overnight, so he cuts it all off again, but he does a crappy job, so then he puts on a hat, and it turns out it was his father's, so it's time for them to be sad about his dad dying. After that, it cuts to Hairco. Producers really don't care what things are named in kids' movies, do they? And this guy, who completely doesn't immediately look like a villain, is showing a presentation on his solution to cure hair loss. To show this, he has his scientist shoot this intern with his hair growth serum, and it works, but then his hair starts on fire.
Now, you may experience a slight burning sensation, but don't worry about it.
He knew this was gonna happen, but he did it anyway. So this place has no regulations then. Now Adam and the bullies are suspended for fighting, and oh look, his hair grew back again. And then we get more useless bullying. I'm pretty sure they did this just to make the movie longer, and to show that he can now randomly do whatever this is. So they follow him home and throw a rock through his window. And how did this rock land on the vent when it's so close to this ledge? Whatever, it's all just so he could find out that his dad is still alive and get mad at his mom. So he decides to run away to find his dad, which is at
Route 89.
The piece of bark said Route 99, but okay. So then he gets lost in the forest looking for his dad's house and gets spooked by a noise and runs into a bear trap. So he gets rescued by Bigfoot, and the most stereotypical redneck sees him.
I done saw Bigfoot.
Good God! The thing is, he's not even the only character that talks like this. But anyway, Hairco finds out about this and wants to capture him and use him for their hair growth research. Adam wakes up in a treehouse and finds out that Bigfoot is his dad, and what is this character design? Why would you design him this way? You know what's gonna happen. Don't do that. Anyway, but he explains why he left.
I left because I was being hunted.
So if he's being hunted, then why is he sending letters back and forth with his wife through the mail with their addresses on them? And I guess Bigfoot has healing powers because why not? Can we just give him every power ever and just be done with it? So they do this slide thing that implies that every time he's done with this, that he has to go get the zip line and the bark and bring it back and put it in place. And after literally 2 seconds of trying, Adam has now mastered his super hearing thing, and now he has super speed and can talk to animals because this movie hates you. Are we done with the damn powers now, or do we just want to add some more? Oh, by the way, this animation looks like crap. Oh, and the hunters show up, and just look at these guys. Seriously, what the hell? So some dumb crap happens, and Bigfoot explains that he was doing research for his condition, and Hairco found out and stole his research and started threatening him and his family, so that's why he left. But yet, he thought it was a good idea to send letters through the mail. And Hairco captures Adam's mom for bait, I guess. The Hairco guys find Bigfoot's hideout, and Bigfoot starts acting like it's all Adam's fault and only blames him.
You should never have come here.
Wow, what a great dad. I mean, it's not like he was sending things with his address on them or anything. Adam then gives himself up and gets thrown in a trailer with his mom. To get Bigfoot's attention, Eastman has his henchmen start the forest on fire and pushes his car with Adam in it into the fire. Who comes up with a plan like this? I mean, it works, so I guess he gets points for that. Oh look, Bigfoot has super strength now. God damn it. And Wilbur saves Adam but just leaves Bigfoot to get captured. Then, after making sure Adam's okay, all the animals just leave him there because apparently it's his fault that the bad guys burned down the forest.
Way to go, man.
I don't get how this is his fault.
It's your problem, not ours.
Seriously, how is this his fault?
I'm sorry.
Well, sorry isn't gonna unburn down our forest.
I'm starting to think everyone in this movie is just a jerk. But 10 seconds later, they decide they're gonna help him after all. So Hairco takes Bigfoot back to the lab and starts studying his hair growth, but they've seen that he has super hearing, super speed, super strength, and healing powers, but all they're focused on is his hair growth. Why are they still only focused on his hair growth? They can have so much more benefit and make so much more money on any of the other powers he has. But Adam and the animals all get onto this convoy except for Wilbur, who has to chase after the car. So grizzly bears can run up to 35 miles an hour, and these guys are on a highway, which means they're only going about 30 miles an hour down this highway. Why are they driving so slow? But they hide out on the top of this trailer, so I guess no one noticed this huge bear laying on top of it, and they get to the security room to find Bigfoot and get trapped. So in order to get out, Riz here beats all of them with a door. This guy is dead. Oh, and Adam can super jump now. Why am I not even surprised? And after going through all of this and getting his friends captured, he finally gets to his dad, but Bigfoot decides he's gonna stay there for the benefit of his family or something. So they try getting Adam out, but he goes back to rescue his dad and the other animals. But this kid is a Bigfoot too, so why don't they just take him also and do research on him? I guess it's because they don't know he's a Bigfoot, but they should because he's Bigfoot's son. Okay. These two are waiting at the Harrison's house, and they notice that the hair Adam cut off earlier has grown by itself. Okay, first of all, that's not how hair works. And that means that every hair that he has cut will just grow forever. And why does it not grow like this when it's on his head? This just makes no sense. So these two decide to destroy the building by releasing, I guess, poisonous gas, and they're surprised when there's a safety feature that locks the room down. So they escape through this vent, and it for some reason leads to the sign outside. Why does this lead to the sign outside? Anyway, they get down to the bridge, and Bigfoot gets tranquilized and gets pushed off the ledge. So Adam blows the building up with a flare gun, and apparently there are no cops in this world because the cops should have been alerted like 10 times in the past 15 minutes alone. But Eastman falls off the bridge, so I'm gonna assume he's dead. Or not. And Adam can bring people back from the dead now. When the hell did he even learn how to do this? Does just being part Bigfoot make you a god or something? Anyway, they decide that all the forest animals are gonna go live with them in their 3-bedroom house in the city. And how are they getting away with having a pet bear, let alone every other animal?
How about a bearskin rug? Ugh.
Wait, can she talk to animals now too? Whatever. This movie just has way too many downsides that overpower the few good parts that it has. They could make a decent movie with the plot, but they rely way too much on plot convenience and dumb decisions. They gave Bigfoot and his son way too many powers just so they could write in ways for them to get out of situations, and some of the powers are just completely unnecessary. And the villain, he has such a stupid motivation to catch Bigfoot. I'm fine with him wanting to use him for hair growth research to get his hair back, but at least have him show some interest in his other powers. The voice acting overall isn't too bad. They do a good job with conveying the emotions and being believable. All the main characters sound pretty good. I particularly like Michael Storich's voice for Wilbur because he sounds the way you'd think a bear would sound. I don't like some of the side characters though. The rednecks are just way out there. The henchmen sound a bit too henchman-y, and I find the scientist and the intern just annoying. The animation is good for the most part. It's not the highest quality by any means, but it's still decent. Except for when they're running really fast like this, then it kind of loses its quality. Most of the character designs look good, except for Bigfoot himself. I still don't understand why they designed him this way. I'm kind of scared to even think of what kind of drawings of him are out there. Don't forget to do the YouTube stuff, and thanks for watching.